Good evening, YouTube. All of us here again today to discuss some more mob mechanics here today. Today, I want to talk gunpowder and why I'm sick and tired of hearing this back and forth about gunpowder in this game. Like, let's be useful. Gunpowder, it's useful. You can make rockets with it. You can make, oh, sweet, sweet TNT. What can you do with TNT? Oh, so many things. You could sit here, you can craft it. We'll get rid of these bottles here. You can light it on fire. It's fantastic. Oh, yes. Blow up everything but Bedrock. And in the new version, TNT has a 100% drop rate. But you know what it doesn't have? It doesn't spawn by itself. Well, I mean, it does in desert temples, but that's not what we're here to discuss today. Today, we're here to discuss gunpowder. And I want to put this to rest, because I am tired of hearing about gunpowder in this game on Discord. And so we're going to talk about the 3 mobs that can do it. You're not going to find any videos here today. I mean, I'll link to some farms in the tutorial and how to build them in the description. But this isn't an old rusty crazy farm. This is an old rusty rant. So you have 3 options for gunpowder. One, you have the witch. The witch is going to drop. Oh, look at that. Look at that nose. That's beautiful right there. Witches will spawn in witch huts, very rarely in general mob farms, and if you hit a villager with lightning. They're going to drop things like glowstone, redstone, bottles, sticks, a variety of potions, and gunpowder. Creepers, they drop gunpowder. Ghasts will sit here and drop gunpowder and ghast tears, but today we only care about gunpowder. And if you want a quick, easy farm, go build a witch hut. It's going to give you 300 gunpowder an hour. That's pretty good for rockets. Not so much for TNT, if you're playing on a survival with multiplayer. But a witch hut is pretty good to go to start off with. They're going to drop a lot of good stuff. That's the witch. There, we've said our piece with the witch. What I'm tired of is this ghast right here versus creeper. You've got maybe 3/4 of the player base on Discord are going to sit here and say that creeper farms are the best. That's the only way to get gunpowder. And then you're going to have the other 1/3, or 1/4, 2/3, 1/4, whatever, sit here and say that ghasts are the way to go. And that's the only way you're going to get a lot of gunpowder in Bedrock. And you're both wrong. Like, everyone in this argument is wrong. I'm sick of it. Witches are terrible for gunpowder, but they are so easy to set up with a witch hut. Put a little TK in there. You're going to get 300 gunpowder an hour. That's it. So easy to set up. We're done with the witch. The witch is dead. We're talking about creepers and ghasts. Here's the difference between these 2 mobs. I mean, look at it. Just look at it. It's a little tiny thing. It's a big thing. If you want the best rates for this, you're gonna go wherever could you find the best rates for this mob. It's really easy. If you want the best rates for a creeper farm, it's going to involve ice. It's going to be in a frozen ocean or an ice spikes biome. If you want the best rates for a ghast, you're going to go into a soul sand valley. Well, we'll get back to him. This creeper in the ice spikes or soul sand valley, this is all assuming Sim 4 here. This whole argument is predicated on a Sim 4 world. If you go bigger, Creeper's going to win. Sim 4. So here's the advantage of the ghast. Or really, when you build either one of these farms, you have to spawn proof. Oh no, I'm going to build the ghast. Okay. I'm going to go super high up in the air until all of my mobs despawn. And then I can sit there and carefully control what everything's going to spawn at. Oh, we're so high up already. Finally, they vanished. We're going to go super high up in the air in either one of these biomes. It's really easy. Go find a freaking frozen ocean. They're all over the place. Go high up in the air. And then you're going to build a whole bunch of platforms with a lot of materials involving ice and dirt paths. Or if you go with, that's my Comer's farm, it's really good. He currently holds the record for 8,000 gunpowder an hour. Or you're going to sit there and build Or's farm that still involves pathfinding. How do I filter this thing? Oh, that's really easy. In a given ice spikes biome, there's only going to be several mobs that spawn in. And what you're going to have to do there, when you sit there and you want to spawn proof everything, is you're going to have to use trapdoors or slabs, and then also buttons. So here's your problem. In this room, a spider can spawn. So you have to place trapdoors every 3x3. Oh, we're not done yet. And then, to make sure that no creepers spawn in this whole farm, you have to put a trapdoor or a button. Don't go calling me out in the comments about how I didn't talk about buttons. And what this does is the trapdoors will suppress every single spider spawn. And then you have to go on every single block and place a trapdoor or a button to make sure that no other mobs spawn in there besides the creeper. Now that creeper's a cave cap. It's way up there. We're talking Sim 4 here. And what's going to happen here is you can stack a whole bunch of these platforms way up high in the sky. Like a lot of levels. Like a lot. 16 per side if you're really wanting the best rates. And you'll get 8,000 gunpowder an hour if you do it right. It's a lot of blocks. It's a lot of gunpowder. For a creeper. Hey, look. Look at the creeper. What does he have going for him? Well, hey, look. I put it right here. There's a minecart. The creeper's not... Oh, he went in because he walked that way. You can't get these things out quickly. You have to somehow or another lure it out of the farm to get that gunpowder at looting 3 with a trident killer. And then you have the Ghast, which is a whole different beast entirely. It only spawns in the Nether. That Ghast is huge. And when that Ghast spawns, it's going to spawn. It's going to do its thing. And every single farm involving Ghasts involves you taking advantage of its huge size hitbox. Because if it spawns anywhere in this 5x5, it's going to instantly get grabbed by the minecart. I have seen exactly one person use a farm for gas that doesn't involve minecarts, and that was Or. And he literally had to go and put a trident killer inside each of his 5x5 chambers to get the same rates. And it works really well. I'll link to it. So you have this with Ghasts. And if you want a creeper, you have this. Oh, he's not spawning in there. Oh, wow. You see that? It's like it's a fundamentally different mob that's small. And I can sit here and I can do this. Oh, look, Mr. Creeper attacked me. Where did he go? He's gone. If I light the Ghast on fire, he doesn't burn. Let's go in survival here for a second. Oh, there we go. Oh, look. They're going to shoot at me endlessly. Don't worry about that creeper there. Why are they running to me? Why are the creepers running? They're not shooting at me. Oh, wait. I'll do this. That's right, the creeper only has one attack. But the ghast is going to sit here and fly around. It's almost like they're two completely different mobs. That one drops gunpowder, and so does that one. This one blows up and is in the overworld, where spawn proofing is easy, and this one's going to fly around in the nether. So which one's better? Do you think it's the creeper? Or do you think it's the ghast? Here's a tip. Do you like apples? Do you like pineapples? Do they have anything to do with each other besides the fact that this is an apple and this has the word in this name? It's like that with gunpowder. Apples and pineapples. And, you know, obviously we have witches, which are good, but not for gunpowder. They're good for a lot of things. Oh, the redstone you're going to get from a witch farm with the new update is absolutely crazy. And they will drop gunpowder. And if you have a witch hut and you just need a little bit of gunpowder for rockets, that's fine. Go get that witch hut. It's going to give you so much good stuff. There's going to be so much goodies in that witch hut. But there's not going to be a lot of gunpowder. And here you have a fireproof mob. And one that the second that I light it on fire, explodes. It's going to do that all the time. If it runs up to you, it's going to do its explosion and you're done. These things will literally fly around. Oh, he's over here somewhere. There he is. He's just floating around. This thing is going to pathfind across all that open air space and lava, and he's going to murder you in survival. Yep. So let's talk rates here. Ghast farms are easier to build if you find a soul sand valley with a stupid large lava lake, so you have to do minimal spawn proofing. If you just go to a soul sand valley for these things, good luck. They're going to spawn all over the place. You're going to miss a spot. So you have to go out of your way to find the right place for these god-awful floating jellyfish that for some reason sound like gorillas when you hit them. It is the worst sound in Minecraft, them dying. Just shut your TV off. But they're going to drop the same amount of gunpowder as this one thing. Oh, fun fact. This is my density cap for Ghasts. 1, 2. So you're going to do a semi-split density over a large lava lake with trident killers and minecarts if you really want to get a lot out of these things. But the platforms are going to be so much easier than to get this thing going. You're going to build this up high in the sky. You're going to build the same size platform every time for the best rates. 16 times on each side. And you're going to get 8,000 gunpowder an hour. If you build the same size platform in the Soul Sand Valley over a lava lake, except you build it 3 times on each side, you're going to get 4,000 gunpowder an hour. You're going to get half the rates for less than a quarter of the resource materials. And I'm not saying ghasts are better. They're not. These things shoot fireballs at you. This thing... Oh, look, it wrecked my farm, and it died. This thing is floating in the air, shooting at you the entire time. You have skeletons that are going to spawn in here, and they're going to do their best to also sit here and kill you unless you suppress them with light level, which every good ghast farm does. Is this better than this? No. This is an apple that explodes. This is a pineapple that floats around like a jellyfish and keeps trying to kill you all of the time. This has half the health. This thing has half the health this does. This has 20 HP. This has 10. You can use trident killers in the overworld with water and kill this in one hit. This thing in the Soul Sand Valley is always going to take 2 hits with a trident, only one with a netherite sword. But this isn't Java. This is Bedrock Edition, where you use trident killers. Because otherwise, why are you doing this? Although I will say there is a delightful little farm, I'll post a link also in the video description, where you go up to the top of the nether roof, you lay down a whole bunch of leaves or glass, and those Ghasts just spawn in there blind, and you run around and you just whack them with a sword. It's manual, and you'll get about 17 stacks an hour. You want to talk about the easiest gunpowder farm you can possibly build over a Soul Sand Valley, go up high, carve out a bunch of netherrack, put in some leaves or glass, and just do this for a while. You're going to get a lot of gunpowder real quick. But we're talking automation here. So, do you want a creeper? Or do you want a ghast? This thing's gonna fly around. Go on there. Look at it. Like, it's gonna sit here and float around all day long, shooting fireballs of death at you. And all this thing's got is one attack. And it's gone. And if it gets off that one attack, there's no more gunpowder. This thing, good luck with it. Oh, and there's its friend. Yep. So, which one's better, ghasts or creepers? The answer is you're wrong by even asking the question. And I'm so sick and tired of hearing about this in the Discord. You want to build a small ghast farm? Good luck. Why are you building a small ghast farm? You have to go so out of your way to find a decent sized location that you might as well just build a full-blown ghast farm and get anywhere between 2,000 and 4,000 gunpowder an hour. There's not really a lot of in between. You want to build a small creeper farm to get some gunpowder? Go ahead. You can. It's not hard. These things scale really well. But if you want a small amount of gunpowder, just get a witch. Get the witch. Like, it's all personal preference at this point. What are the advantages of creepers? They don't have a density cap. You build it, you use the cave cap, you're going to get up to 32 ghasts on a semi-split going at the same time. Ghasts have a density cap of 2. If you do a split density, you're going to get 4. Best case scenario, you're going to get 4,000 gunpowder an hour. Best case scenario of a creeper, you're going to get 8,000 an hour and 4 times the material. Or you find a witch hut and you get 300. This isn't a competition for gunpowder. Look, if you want the best rates, like you don't care about the resource or anything else, build a creeper farm. It's going to work out easier. It's going to be easier to build in Sim 4. If you're in Sim 6, why are you even talking about building a ghast farm? Build a creeper farm. Go high up in the sky, do a 5 split density. You're going to get so much an hour. We're talking Sim 4. And if your options are a witch, a creeper, or a ghast, the floating jellyfish, you can't even compare it. Look. Oh, hey, look. He's going to blow up now. And he hurt everything around him. The point is, creeper farms you can build in the overworld. Ghast farms you can build in the nether. Witch huts, well, the only way you're going to get a witch farm is at a very specific spawn location. But the only place you're going to get good creeper rates, the best creeper rates, are frozen ocean or spikes biomes. But you can build them anywhere for just a little bit less. If you're going to build a ghast farm, you're going to go find a Soul Sand Valley with a super huge lava lake and build it up over lava, where if you die or make a mistake, these things are going to blast you to hell and back. But if you mess up a creeper farm, guess what? It's going to explode on you, and still then. And you're going to spend a lot of materials getting it going. Witch huts are easy. Which one's best? You want gunpowder. Do your homework. look at the biomes around you. Witches, creepers, and ghasts are like comparing oranges, apples, and pineapples. They'll all give you gunpowder. Your stomach's full. But how did you get there? Do you like pineapples? Do you like apples? Or maybe you just really are in a mood for some oranges because it's right there in the fridge and it's easy. They don't spoil for a really long time. You cut them open, you're good to go. They're going to last forever. So's a witch hut. It's going to give you lots of goodies. Apples are going to oxidize. You like sliced apples. That's fine. But maybe it's an acquired taste and they're going to oxidize and they're brown. And pineapples, don't get me started with this stuff on pizza. But if you really like it, maybe you're just in the mood. Witches, creepers, ghasts. Any one of these farms are good. I've got a dozen farms for each one of these that are going to give you really good rates. But just quit saying that creeper farms don't work on Bedrock. They do. Silent Whisperer just posted one that makes 4,000 an hour. He's also got a ghast farm that makes 4,000 an hour. And he's got a witch hut that makes 300. That's it. That's all you're going to get with witches. You're going to get 300 an hour. Like, it doesn't matter. This is what you're going to get with witches, is 300 an hour. All of those farms with a bunch of witches spawning all over the hut, they're Java farms, not Bedrock. Creepers work really well, so do ghasts. Which one do you want? Ghasts. Less materials overall, way more iron for most of the farms. Even if you're lucky, you're either going through a lot of iron or a lot of tridents to kill these things. 4,000 an hour. Creepers. 8,000 an hour if you want to go all out by Mike Homer. Or has a lot of good farms that come in at 7,000 with a semi-split density. Completely different mechanics to get both. Completely different levels of aggravation. You don't know suffering until this thing is shooting at you because you messed up a spawn spot and it just blew up 20 minutes of hard work. Oh, you're in the lava lake below and you lost everything. On the other hand, this thing is quiet till it sneaks up behind you and blows up 3 of your platforms. And then there's witches that are super easy. So quit asking which is better. Witches are easy. Creepers take a lot of materials. Ghast farms are aggravating in a way that you will never appreciate until you actually sit here and do it. But it's fine. It's just going to give you less gunpowder. This is Old Rusty's rant on gunpowder farms. If you want it, go build it. I'm going to link a lot in the description. Old Rusty out.